I see a train moving all too fast, but I'm not leaving. And you go round and round and round, and you cannot see. I'll be right behind you, a hawk in the tree. You look so beautiful.
Hello guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. I'm showing you a clip right here from the beginning and then kind of the middle, just kind of how it's been looking at the back patio, and then we're gonna get to work on it so you guys can see all the steps we have done in this part one of this video. It's definitely not complete. It's taking a little bit longer than expected, but typically that happens when you start on home projects, and that's just fine. It kind of helps slows us down so we can figure out more pieces and more projects we want to get done. But the very first thing we did was rip up our sod. So we hired a concrete company to come out to work on our patio. And it was such a big area, it's not something Chase could do on his own, but we wanted to save some of the sod because we had spent so much money on it, having it laid. If we would have had our contractor or builder put this patio in, it would have been a lot more money. So sometimes when you're building new, it's better just to wait and do it yourself or hire your own people. Go ahead and always talk with your builder and just get a price check with it, because sometimes it may save you money, but in my experience, it's just cheaper to do it on your own. So we're gonna rip out this sod right now, and then we can start seeing kind of the layout of the patio and kind of go from there.
I wanna be there, won't you be mine? Take down your walls and let me, yeah, brick by brick, now let me.
If you're curious what we did with all of this sod that we had left over, we took a whole truckload to a friend. It was actually our old neighbor in the last neighborhood. Out there, you just need dirt and sod like you wouldn't believe. So we took them some, and then we used a chunk of it in our yard. We had a few low spots, and we just rolled out the sod on top of it. So that actually saved us money on a future project we were gonna have to work on. So definitely keep that in mind when you're doing home projects. If you have supplies or leftovers, make sure you're not gonna need it for future projects.
I don't know why you're stressing, but I know that you will find it out in time. To be alone is depressing.
You're going to see right here in the very back, we don't have sod. The builder actually ran out when he was putting in sod for the house, but we told him not to buy more because we're actually wanting to put in some like shrubs and trees back there anyways. So we would have been digging it all out. And honestly, when you're in our house, you can't see that area. It kind of goes down at like a slant. So from our view on the inside, it looks like it's completely sod, and then it saved him some money and us some time ripping it out. And then here is just Chase loading it up so we can throw it in the truck to take it to our friends. You're gonna see here in a second, we had like a low or a flat tire, and Chase aired it up. This is like in real time. I thought it was so cool. That's not sped up or anything. It was just so satisfying to watch.
Take your time. Wait, 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 while you take your time. I will wait, 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 while you take your time. Wait, 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 while you take your time. Ooh.
I will say this video was filmed over several days, so just keep that in mind as you're seeing clips. We probably look different, the lighting's gonna be different, but this was the day our sectional came in. It actually came in separate pieces. They lost a box, but it ended up all being delivered with over like 2 or 3 days. So we have all that in, but now the concrete layers are here. You can see them like digging up the backyard. It was crazy. I was actually gone for a few hours when they showed up to take Savannah to dance. So Chase was here handling it all. And it was so hard not being here. Like, Chase knew the shape and everything I wanted, and I was watching from our security cameras, so I thought it was really funny. And then my mom and dad showed up because they needed something for my house. So she was sending me video clips, but you can see here they worked like late into the night on the very first night they were here.
I want us to be for real now, real now. Oh, 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 wait, while you take your time. I will wait, while you take your time. I will wait, while you take your time. I will wait, while you take your time. Wait, while take your time. Wait, while take your time. Wait, while take your time, darling.
So overall, it took about 2.5 days and 5 men to get this done, and it's actually still not finished. That's why there's going to be a part 2. I'll explain that more later, but just so you can see, like, Chase couldn't have done this on his own. You definitely need experts in this type of thing, because we even still had an issue, and these guys do this for a living all day long. They have amazing companies they work with. We had great references, and there was still a hiccup in it. So like I said, I'll talk about that later, but it was out here, it was dry, we could walk on it. I wanted to get our patio clean that was originally there, because it was all muddy and dirty. So you're gonna see me go ahead and clean up the back patio, and then I use our blower. It's like a leaf blower. It's just so much easier than sweeping, especially now that the patio's bigger. That thing's gonna be my best friend, but that's what I'm gonna start working on now.
To push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking angry.
Now you're gonna see me start scrubbing our painted bricks. So a lot of dirt got up here, even a little bit of concrete splattered against it, which is kind of expected when you're doing any type of home project. Sometimes you're gonna have to go back and fix areas that weren't messed up. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I just had soapy hot water. I'm gonna wash off as much as I can. I did use like the hose later on, but I just wanted to get off anything I could. It's definitely not perfect, so we're gonna have to just take our white paint and a paintbrush one day and go over all of this, but that's not the hiccup. If you want to see the hiccup of what's going on with the patio, definitely stay until the end of today's video, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings.
After waiting so many days for the workers to show up and put this in, and then waiting for it to dry, and then waiting for it to harden, finally by the time they said we could decorate it, I was out there that night. You can see it's pitch black right here. A lot of you guys asked me why I don't have shades or blinds on our back windows. They're actually ordered, but this is why I haven't been rushed to get them done. As you can see behind us, it's just like pitch black. Not a lot of people live here yet, so I just haven't been worried. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But basically, Chase put together the patio furniture. I didn't show it because you guys have seen him install furniture a ton on this channel. But we're going to go ahead and just set it up because I just wanted to see what it looked like so that when we woke up the next day, we had something to see outside our window.
Something new. Let the old be dead. Let the shadows leave my head. When the world is on your shoulders and you feel like falling over, just come a little closer. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. Cause when we are together, I know you feel the tension. Just let me in your head so I can be there for you. There for you. The night is young. Won't you sing for me? Won't you sing for me? Till we fall asleep. The night is young. Won't you sing for me? Won't you sing for me? Till we fall asleep. The night is young. Won't you sing for me? Won't you sing for me? Till we fall asleep. The night is young. Won't you sing?
Of course, once we got started, I didn't want to stop, so I told Chase I wanted to go ahead and put the rug out here as well since they were done laying the concrete. So we moved off all the chairs. We have to move over the table. And if you guys watched my last video, you guys saw a sneak peek of this rug. I'm in love with it. Like, just the perfect rug for out here. This is not sponsored, but it's from Boutique Rugs. They actually have a whole outdoor rug section. I was so bad about just using indoor rugs outside, but the outside rug makes a difference. These are even great for inside if you have kids and a lot of spills, because you would have no idea by the look of it that it's an outdoor rug. It's gorgeous. You're about to see it here in a second, but I will have their link down below in my description box, and if you use ASH60, you get 60% off your order. So if you're needing any rugs or home decor, definitely check them out. But you'll see it here in a second of how it turned out.
The night is young. Won't you sing for me? Won't you sing for me? Till we fall asleep. The night is young. Won't you sing for me? Won't you sing for me? Till we fall asleep. The night is young. Won't you sing for me? Won't you sing for me? Till we fall asleep. The night is young. Won't you sing for me? Won't you sing for me? We do it on repeat. Do it on repeat.
So a few days later, after we had put all the furniture up, of course we had to take it down. They came back out to take out all the stakes and the trim boards. And then here in a second, you're going to see them cutting the relief cuts, and basically that just tries to help it from cracking. Here in Oklahoma, our concrete cracks really bad, and it probably still will, but this just helps it from doing it in weird spots. So they just go ahead and kind of cut it themselves. It was actually an easier process than I thought. At our last house, they did it while it was still wet, and they used this tool just to like crease the wet concrete, but here they actually cut it, as you can see right there.
Faster than it seems. We were just two kids who were trying to live the teenage dream. We could see no reason why we should ever try to go to sleep. Remember every weekend we stayed out late and then went home to me. I wish that I could live that dream again. Cause it was only you and me back then. We were never growing up, said we'd be young forever. You taught me how to love, and nothing could be better than you and me, baby, it was you and me.
Now the fun part begins where we actually get to start decorating. FYI, Walmart has the cutest patio stuff out right now. I'm going to link as much as I can down below, so check that out and check out your local stores. But we had been searching everywhere for patio furniture and pillows and rocking chairs, and they were all so expensive. But of course, Walmart came through. I'm so excited. So you guys will start to see the pieces I'm going to set these pieces up, and then by the end of it, you're going to see they're in all new spots. So definitely stay till the end if you want to see what it looks like right now. But now we're going to go ahead and work on the fire pit. They always come with these like lava rocks. Our last house, they were like black and red. I didn't love them, so I was so excited when this one came with like clear crystal looking ones. This piece was actually from Home Depot. We bought the last one, so it was like on the floor and installed, so that was super helpful. But you can check yours out if you like something like this.
You and me back then. We were never growing up, said we'd be young forever. You taught me how to love, and nothing could be better than you and me, baby, it was you and me. We could never fall, nobody could break us, yeah, I thought we had it all. Take me back to when it was you and me, baby, it was you and me.
Now this whole area you're looking at is going to be part 2 of our patio makeover, along with some other things, but I just didn't know how big or how small this area was going to be. I didn't know what pieces I wanted to order for there. So right now I'm just staging it with the Walmart rockers and some pillows, but we're definitely going to be doing a lot more to this space right here. So definitely make sure you're subscribed with that notification bell turned on, because you do not want to miss phase 2 of this makeover.
'Cause it was only you and me back then. We were never growing up, said we'd be young forever. You taught me how to love, and nothing could be better than you and me, baby, it was you and me.
I'm going to leave you a link down below for this sectional, because if you live in a windy area, you're going to appreciate this so much. But the pillow actually goes over the sectional, like that back cushion, so it won't blow away. And I know a lot of us, Oklahoma, a lot of other states are windy, and you will chase these everywhere. We actually had a super, super windy day, and they didn't budge. So everything was everywhere, but those did not come off. So I was so thankful for that. If you don't live in a windy state, just appreciate it, because out here we can get blown away like you wouldn't believe.
You're calling, I'm falling. Don't know what it is you do to me, yeah. Where you go, I follow. Let's go out and dance the night away. Going like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dance the night away. I am ready for that heartbreak. That's usually how it goes. I have done a billion mistakes before. Maybe I am going crazy. Say you feel the same now that we dancing. I'm taking my chances. I'm going like.
Now we're moving on to the next project, which is hanging our TV outside. We did this in our last patio makeover over at the old house. If you're new here and haven't seen those, definitely go check that out if you're needing more patio makeover motivation. Now that's a mouthful, but basically we love to hang this out here in the evenings and the mornings. We sit out here and just have the TV on. It's really fun when you're having people over or just the family and games are on. Chase can grill out here and we can eat outside. It's basically just like adding square footage onto your house. So this time we're having to screw it into brick, which is a little bit harder at first, but we know it's not going to budge once it's hung. So we can link all this hardware for you. I think Chase just bought it off Amazon, and then we got our TV from Best Buy. We actually brought our other TV with us, but the movers dropped it and broke it. So we had to go buy a new one, which was a little frustrating, but it did turn out really well, and it's so nice having it back out there.
Looking at you while you're on the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ready for that heartbreak. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, baby, I am ready for that heartbreak. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, baby, I am ready for that heartbreak. 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 Where you go, I follow. Let's go out and dance the night away. I am ready for that heartbreak. That's usually how it goes. I have done a billion mistakes before. Maybe I am going crazy. Say you feel the same now that we dancing. I'm taking my chances. I'm going like 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking at you when you're on the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ready that heartbreak.
So as you can see, we got it hung. Chase is taking off all the plastic since we had to buy it new. You can tell we're watching March Madness there. It's just been so nice to be able to get outside, have a comfy place to sit. We can still have the game on. We've been having lunch out there. But I'm about to show you how it looks right now and what hiccup we had along in the process.
Time in the world, for better or worse, we should stay together.
Okay, so this is days and days and days later. The concrete's dry and look how splotchy it is. You guys can tell it looks patchy. It almost looks like I've sprayed it with a water hose and some of the spots have dried and some haven't. There's also the whole area over there by Chase's Traeger. It is so rough, like sand keeps coming up from it. So when they laid it, they added calcium because it was supposed to rain that night, and it did, it poured, but it helps it dry faster. So we don't know if it's the rain, we don't know if the mixture's wrong, but basically they are going to be coming back to buff all this out. So that's step one. So hopefully it buffs out and it's smooth and it's all one color. Otherwise we're going to have to figure out what to do. So as of right now, they know it's not our fault. So they're going to rent the sander or the buffer. We're not even really sure what it is. So hopefully you guys will see that in part 2. So we'll be working on that other area and then hopefully getting all this buffed out. We kind of can't start phase 2 until they're finished with the concrete. So we will see what happens, but here are some clips on how everything's looking so far.
Doesn't matter if we make mistakes, which I can promise that we'll do. Just hold my hand and we will be okay. Yeah, it's true. 'Cause we got all the time in the world, for better or worse.
Okay, right here, real fast, I wanted to show you that we got a mount that you could move around. So basically where our TV is, we don't have a ton of seating out here on the patio. It's set up a little bit different from our last house. So now we have it where we can shift and even watch TV from over by the fire pit, which is really helpful.
Baby, what you say? We can leave today. Anywhere we'll go, we'll be alright. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and if you've been with me for a while, I appreciate you so much. And if you're new here and you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that red subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you let YouTube know you don't want to miss any of my future videos. I hope all of you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Just last week you called me